That's when you need the advance. So it's kind of, well, we might have cars coming through, you know, speeding that fast. Do we need it for them? That's, like Brian said, we could probably do without it if we didn't need it. If I might just add too, the cars eligible expenses, we put in a request for the additional expenses we have here to get reimbursed for cars on that too. We haven't heard back yet. So the number Brian's given you is today, if cars doesn't give any more, that's what we would owe.
Worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're hoping they would actually, and we've been told there's a good chance we'll get half of the $283,000. So all of these extra items we've added, we'll get 50% of those as well.
Any further questions?
Yeah, I have, one of the things that we've talked about as when this light goes in is moving the crosswalk that's currently down further, down center to this location and eliminating the current. Would that happen at the same, I mean, I understand there's probably not a lot of cost with that and that we would likely do that ourselves, but would that all be at the same time?
Actually, in the contract, they are creating a crosswalk at Pawnee.
Yes.
And here, and per the way the contract is written right now, they would be closing off that crosswalk mid-block.
Okay, great, thanks.
It sounds like Center Street could get a lot safer soon.
Mm-hmm.
If there aren't any further questions, I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to see correct me if I'm doing this wrong, I'd be comfortable actually removing the advance system to get it closer to our budgeted amount for 2014. I don't know if it's appropriate maybe to ask to see, for consensus to have that removed prior to going into a motion for the final note. I don't know if that's appropriate. Ryan, let me know if I'm out of order.
No, that's okay.
I would be in favor of that, but if I'm the only one, it's certainly not a critical issue. Did you have looked at me like, hey, look at me?
Well, I just, if we find out that we are going to be getting reimbursement for that, would you want to kind of leave it where we have the option to do it, or would you like to take it out? I mean, it would be closer to the budget if we're going to get half of it. Or would you just like to leave that option out?
Honestly, from my perspective, if it's unnecessary, I prefer just to leave it out.
Okay.
Because then if we do get more reimbursement, it actually puts us below what our budget amount would be for 2014 plan, which that isn't a negative in my book.
You know, nobody likes to stay closer to budgeted figures than I do, really. I can say that whether we're talking about speed limits, intersections, truck traffic, you name it, when it comes to Center Street, our residents have placed a pretty high priority on safety there, with an additional school crosswalk just a couple of blocks north of Pawnee, which is going to get an upgrade as well. I don't have a vote, but I'm certainly in favor of making Center Street as safe as we possibly can.
I think that's very fair. I think we probably see natural progression in slower speeds through that area just because of the signalization, the school area, and then obviously enforcement with the chief and his team. But like it's not a critical element by any means. I just wanted to entertain that thought amongst the dais.
Well, and that's, I don't have a vote, but you know.
I think I'd keep it in there. So many times it seems like we'll do a project and we're like, we cut something and then later we're like, wow, I wish we wouldn't have cut whatever. Or, and maybe not recently, but in times when I've been in the audience. So I feel like I mean, it's close to budget, and I don't think would be hurting to find the money for it if we didn't get the reimbursement from the cars. I would keep it in.
Christie,
agree.
you agree? Larry?
I usually listen to staff, so, yes. I mean, I'm assuming that you're an advocate for it. You put it in the specs, right?
Correct.
So.
All right. Well, I'll say again, I would entertain a motion on new business item number 8.
I move that we authorize the city administrator to execute a contract with Mega Industries Corp. for construction of the 183rd Street and Center Street Traffic Signal Improvement Project in the amount of $254,600, which would include the base bid and the alternate bid items.
Second.
Motion Harrison, second Roberts, that we authorize the city administrator to execute a contract with Mega Industries Corp. for the construction of the 183rd Street and Center Street Traffic Signal Improvement Project in the amount of $254,600, which would include the base bid and the alternate bid items. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? New business item number 8 passes. New business item number 9, consider the acceptance of easements and vacation of street right-of-way for the final plat for Willow Springs 8 FP-14-03. I call.
Mayor and members of the council, so on your consent agenda, you already approved authorizing the city administrator to sign the quitclaim documents dedicating the unneeded Grand Street right-of-way to adjacent property owners. This is a related action. It really just cleans it up and puts it in its proper form on a plat. So this is the final plat for Willow Springs 8. The plat was filed by Gardner City Public Works on behalf of the Gardner-Edgerton School District, the adjacent homeowners, and the city. The purpose of the plat is to complete the conveyance of the unused tract owned by the school and the unused right-of-way to the adjacent homeowners. The unused tract and right-of-way are the result of the school project, which realigned Grand Street and resulted in the traffic circle at White and Grand Streets. This map shows you the location of the plat. It is at White and Grand Streets at the new traffic circle and southeast of the new schools. This map better shows the location of the tract and the unused right-of-way. This is the final plat showing the location of a fence that some of the homeowners, well, all the homeowners actually, would like to construct. Some of you, I believe, were contacted by the homeowners and you actually spoke with them. This map shows the actual location of where this is probably going to be located, or if it is located, it will be located at this location. Staff's working with the homeowners outside the plat process, and this is going to be resolved. As far as we know, things are going well with them, and we're working to make sure that the fence is attractive, it's of a consistent design and quality, and that it's durable. So this went to the Planning Commission, obviously, and their recommendation was to forward this on to you for the acceptance of the easements and the vacation of the street right-of-way for the final plat for Willow Springs 8.
Mike, hang tight for just a second.
Okay.
If there's someone present in the audience that would like to make public comment regarding new business item number 9, has the opportunity to come forward and have your voice heard regarding it. And with no one coming forward, council questions for Mike? Certainly entertain a motion.
I move we accept the easement and vacation of street right-of-way for the final plat for Willow Springs.
Second.
Motion Harrison, second Freeman, that we accept the easements and vacation of street right-of-way for the final plat for Willow Springs 8. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. New business item number 10. Consider adopting Charter Ordinance 26, which is the process to amend Charter Ordinance 19.
Mayor, members of council,